you can see my slide. Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and good evening, good morning to all of you. Okay, so I'm so sorry next week because I'm not very well because I got a very bad cough, and then I have a fever. Sounds like I have a symptom, but then when I go and do risk assessment, so I totally free from COVID-19 infection, Alhamdulillah. And then like previously, I shared with you the slide and also discuss about the how to say a video. I share you with 48 minutes video, chapter 2, and then you have I think question to be answered, right? So you already do that, is it? Ada yang dah menjawab menjawab apa nama soalan tersebut but yeah, okay, thank
yes,
you.
Doctor, we answer and submit.
All right, thank you. So today I'm still how to say in the phase of recovery. My cough, it is not yet fully been covered. Okay, it is today not to say like 3 hours lecture. I'm just taking around 2 hours, something like that. We have things that we want to discuss. Okay, this is a good news. This is good news. So for next week, okay, for next week, for the chapter 4, I've been invited my co-supervisor from University of Vasa, Finland, okay, Professor Dr. Josu Takala from University of Vasa, Finland, to share with you a case study, experience, and then the scenario of information system and e-commerce today. So I think that next week at the same time 9 a.m., which is equivalent to 2 p.m. in Europe. Okay, 2 p.m. Europe in Helsinki, Vasa. Okay, so this is a very gold opportunity for all of you to asking my supervisor almost everything. Okay, almost everything regarding the chapter. Okay, so this old man Josu is very quite friendly, and then he's very kind. Okay, you make us almost everything because of his supervising almost around the world students like in China, in Thailand, in Moscow, so on and so forth, and also he's visiting professor at University Tun Hussein on Malaysia, which is my previous university. Okay, so next week at the same time, same days, okay, Sunday 9 o'clock, okay, so you will be coaching and lecturing by Professor Dr. Josu Takala. Okay, so please bear in mind, okay, this is your golden opportunity to meet European people which is have a lot of experience, so you may ask as many questions as you want. Okay, jelas dekat situ baik. Okay, so today we want to discuss about information system, organization, and strategy. Okay, like previously, we discussed about information system in electronic business today. Okay, and then secondly, we discussed about what I can't remember for the second slide, which is business processes, business processes into the information system. Okay, so it is related actually, the process, the scenario, and then now we want to know about the information system and what information system do for the organization, and what actually the strategy of organization to use the information to boost up their company. Okay, it is a very simple things, but you as a master student, as a mature student, you need to know how the scenario happen to overcome the problem to the scenario. Okay, itu sebenarnya. Alright. So learning objective or discussion for today is we want to identify and describe important features of organization that managers, okay, that managers need to know about in order to build and use information system successfully. Okay, so features of information we need to very careful or detail know. Okay, we cannot using so-called samborono ataupun any kind of information tools that which is suit or not suit with your scenario ataupun information system that you want to use. Okay, if the tools that you use or the feature to support your system is not the features that system need, so it is not successful actually. So you need to do some analyze, okay, analysis, analyze, and so on and so forth. Is it compatible? Okay, the system that we buy or we use compatible with the current needs of our business. Okay, yang tu kita kena faham. Okay, we cannot do something like you actually you have a small enterprise, but you use a very huge system which is a part of it actually can use for the SMEs, but the whole of the system is just waste. Okay, just waste. Kita tak nak macam tu. We don't want like that. Okay, so if you conducted or you manage a company like 10 case per year, apa nama ni, a month profit, for example, so plus minus is something like 100k profit a year. So there is a system, a small system that can cater the rest of the orang kata apa process of the apa nama ni system or how to say ya, bila sakit-sakit ni banyak benda pula yang hilang. I mean to suit system with your company. Gitulah ceritanya. Okay, so in order for us to manage this kind of information system towards the successful, so we need to know the how Porter's competitive force model help your company to boost up the information system. Okay, so this Porter model, bila when I'm giving lecture for the one of the syllabus for the undergraduate, so-called IT application in business, also they have this Porter force model in their syllabus actually. So kita tidak boleh lari lah actually. We cannot run from the Porter 5 competitive model. There are a lot of names for the Porter model, so-called Porter model, Porter competitive force model, Porter whatsoever, Porter. Okay, and then towards the end, we also want to look into the impact of the Porter competitive force model towards the value chain, and then the opportunity for strategic information system application help the business itself. Okay, so this is one of the example. Okay, Verizon or AT&T, one of the big company, IT company. If you have any things or any question, then you can ask me directly. Okay, which company has the biggest digital strategy? So, like previous slide, I mean previous slide also give sample of the case study, and also this chapter 3 also give the sample of a case study. So problem, we need to cater the problem. Okay, high stake competition in the wireless market. Okay, so solution for AT&T is marketing leading edge devices. So 40% of US using the smartphone user, but poor network. Okay, poor network. Like previously, definitely networking still has a problem, because we actually the nation of the, how to say, receiver. We only receive the technology. We are not building the technology again, but we are receiving the technology that people develop. Okay, like the first country, we are the third country. We receive, okay, and we use, receive and use. Okay, Verizon is investing in updating, expanding, and improving network. Fewer smartphone customer, but most reliable in US, demonstrate IT central roles in defining competitive strategy. So now, when we talk about IT, definitely there is a lot of competitive. Okay, there is a lot of competitive. Like previously, we have, I don't know, like me myself actually, I have experience, have experience um, using a Nokia product. Okay, Nokia phone. Okay, Nokia phone, and then we have a Motorola, and then we have a Sony Ericsson, and at that time. Okay, so I think that you as a new generation, you know your apa nama ni, how to say, brand of your phone, something like Samsung, right? Betul tak? Kan, Samsung in the first place. In the first place, you know, okay, you've been introduced by Samsung instead of Alcatel, Mobile Ericsson, and so on, isn't it?
Kami sempat lagi doktor dengan apa Motorola apa semua. We are
Ah,
30 above. So sempat lagi lah.
uh, kalau apa nama ni, born in 78, 80s era, 90s era, I think that sempat lah kalau batch saya. Kalau the rest of yang muda-muda ni, I
2000
don't
above.
think, tak ada dah. 2000 above memang tak ada dah. Okay, alright. Information technology and organization influence one another. Okay, definitely, because of information technology must use similarly or attach or sekali, okay, bond with the company. Okay, tak kira kecil ataupun besar. Even though smartphone can be a technology. Okay, because of what? Because of you want to have a negotiation. Okay, you want to contact person, you want to deal, and then you use another technology which is a system, a security system or saving system for you to do some apa nama, transfer, money transfer and whatsoever transfer. Okay, to technology. Okay, to technology which is a very simple technology that you can use. Okay, so complex relationship influenced by organization, definitely they have a structure. Okay, structure of the system. Okay, structure of the system, and then in fact of the structure of the system, we need to cater also the business process. So every detailed business process must also bond with the structure. Okay, structure, because dalam, kalau kita nampak, if you familiar with the system, so they have a very huge file. Okay, dia ada file dia, di dalam file tu ada data-data yang provided by apa ni, ready data for you to insert. Okay, so if we can refer like simple system in Microsoft Access. Okay, Microsoft Access, you can create a very small system in Microsoft Access to cater a very small transaction or business process that you want to develop. Okay, boleh sebenarnya. And then impact of the complex relationship, we cannot run from the politics. Okay, system, politics, money. Okay, it is a norms. When we ask the court, then court know much more better. Okay, then culture. Okay, culture. We can see a lot of culture just now. Okay, when comes into the system, then they are talking about, okay, we need to have another system because of this system cannot cater this transaction and so on and so forth. Sometimes we as a local person or normal person can think logically. I don't think that we cannot. We need to create another system. In fact, instead of to have this kind of system, because this kind of system also can cater the rest of the process. So how come we want to have another new system? But sometimes they want to develop a new system because they see the potential or the money that can split or spread from the main system. So this is one of the politic things and the culture of the how to say thinking ataupun pemikiran which is that has been plant into their mind. Okay, and then also the environment also influence. Okay, and then the most but not least is the management decision lah. Okay, so even though management decision we put in the last, but then it is also number one actually. So in every information system that we want to apply, we want to buy and so on and so forth, there must be a very detailed justification, the do and don'ts, and then everybody keep how to say betting and so on related to the system that we want to buy, because for the sake of development of the company and so on and so forth. So in all, the top management can give a decision how, is it we want to buy or we want to just ignore the system, or we want to seek for another good system. Okay, all right. And then this is actually the two-way relationship between organization and information technology. So organization and information or technology must work or hands to hands. Dia like recycle lah. And then the factor itself as a mediating. Okay, so mediating and influencing the organization and information technology. So that the use or to reject the information technology is based on the mediating factor. Okay, based on the mediating factor. So let's discuss about actually how we want to access. Okay, we want to access information system towards the management solution. I'm not saying about the challenges posed, but the information system itself and the management solution. So do you have any kind of experience which is you think that this is a system that's suitable with the current problems or things that can solve, but then management give another things of another way of solution. So do you have any experience or any problems or any things that you think we can share today? Ada tak? Maksud saya, you ada satu sistem, okay? You have one system based on your assessment, based on your penilaian, This is a good system. This is a very good system. But when you try to bring up to the management, but people in management think like berlainan lah, other lah, different. So ada tak? Boleh kita share lah. Okay, anybody? Adila ada?
Kalau dalam polis berdasarkan, kalau dalam jabatan saya je lah yang saya faham lah kan, mengikut kompetensi, mengikut peperiksaan undang-undang, lepas tu temu duga macam biasa je doktor, tak ada perbezaan yang ketara sangat.
No, I mean macam ni, as a local person, tak kira lah you as a boss, you as a subordinate and whatsoever, okay, you found one information system, and based on your assessment, based on your penilaian, which is why don't we use like system that can cater macam face tracker contoh, okay, macam like law punya law punya enforcement pakai face tracker contoh untuk bandar selamat, so safe city. So every assessment using the technology must come from the management decision. Okay, but sometimes we cannot reach that management decision because of they think that there are another or different solution that can bring into. Itu sebenarnya maksud saya. So saya nak berbincang di sini, you ternampak satu very simple system, maybe, okay, very simple system or very detailed system that can cater our needs, our work needs, but in our office, they are not using that particular system. So when you suggest to your company, so they rejected because of blah, 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 blah. So this is, we want to see that either or political or something like culture is influence the decision that been made by management and the current situation, based on the current situation. Itu je sebenarnya.
Doctor, I can share with you one thing.
Okay.
My company is my division is based on entrepreneurship.
Okay.
So we are mid of digitalizing the entrepreneurs. So the gap between management's information and management knowledge about the digitalization and me is quite far, because in their understanding, digitalization is about Shopee, it's about Foodpanda, it's about Lazada, but when it comes into Facebook and WhatsApp, they don't consider that as digitalization. Because for me, Facebook is a platform which consists of many kinds of level of people, the kids, the adults. So when you post things on Facebook, it considered as the marketing, it considered as digitalization.
Correct.
Apart from that, all products are suitable on Facebook.
Yes.
Perishable product is not suitable for Shopee. So the KPI was set based on Facebook, based on Shopee, Lazada, and etc. lah. They don't count the Facebook platform. And then another thing, when WhatsApp COD is not digitalization for that. That's the gap which I prefer not to agree with that lah. Sharing.
Yeah. It's a good sharing. This is the thing that we want to do some check and balance, because now we can see the environment and the environment itself and the culture itself is not something like bridging a very huge gap, okay, among orang kata baby boomers dengan new generation. Okay, we cannot say that kita kata macam tadi antara Shopee dengan Lazada dengan Facebook and Instagram and whatsoever. So they need to know, okay, in our business just now, we need to use almost all compatible medium that been a very hot culture or been in just current environment. Itu actually the things or the important things that we need to know.
Itu
Kan?
saya tak cadang TikTok lagi tu. Kalau saya cadang TikTok, I don't know what is
Yes.
their impression towards my
Yeah.
suggestion.
Yes, definitely. I agree with you, Afifi. I mean, you all have your, how to say, experience. You need to share your experience. It is not about to giving people apa ni malu dan sebagainya. So sometimes, for example, I give a very simple example. Sorry. Now, when you talk about politics, okay, when we talk about politics, so I think that the rest of the other country actually using the e-voting, okay, like just now university, the rest of the university, public university and private university use the e-voting, okay. It is not a crucial, okay, it is not a crucial for using e-voting, but the bad and goods or the politic, okay, influence the culture and turn the environment into 360, which is they can say that, okay, this is because of the provocation and whatsoever, the e-voting cannot be counted because of there is hackers and so on and so forth. So why politicians and also people in Malaysia do not want to use the e-voting? Definitely system have the good and bad. So how you want to justify good and how you want to justify bad is based on the human itself. Okay, like what apa nama ni tuan Afifi say that the gaps, definitely this generation of baby boomers, they cannot accept, but like what, this is not effective when you use this e-voting and so on and so forth. But in campus, in university, and also I think the rest of the apa nama ni state already use the e-voting. Okay, so it is proven actually because of maybe we can use our bio, thumbprint and whatsoever, which is people cannot copy. Okay, so that's my assessment, which is if people trying to in Malaysia, for example, we are going soon or later having this PRU, Pilihan Raya, if we are not turning ourselves into the definitely we cannot actually, or we are not winning combating the COVID-19 actually. Okay, we becoming agent for the COVID. Okay, because not all people in Malaysia get the vaccine. Okay, get the vaccine. So now when we talk about this situation, politics very crucial because of the politics will involve the culture and the environment, and also the management itself in Putrajaya. So maybe the rest of the cabinet maybe yes, and half of them maybe no. Okay, so there is a worse situation, there is a good situation, which is people can think, but is it they want to apply or implement the e-voting for our next or in future voting? Can any idea?
In my opinion, doctor, it's not just about they cannot accept the new norms or the new system of e-voting. It's just about they are afraid of they cannot control the result. That's why they prefer the physical voting. They can chip in any hantu punya voters ke, and
Yeah.
lots and strategies can be done if you do it physically.
Yeah.
When you use biometric, when you use online, they're afraid that the result cannot be controlled
Yeah.
like they used to.
Yeah. Sure.
That's my
Yes.
opinion.
Yes. Yeah. I agree with you. So mereka takut kepada bayang-bayang mereka sendiri. They think like they are popular, but they are not popular. They are slave to us. We are not slave to us. They are slave actually. Dia orang sebenarnya hamba kita, tapi kita yang membesar-besarkan dia orang. That's the thing. Kita kena faham sebab apa kuasa voting di tangan masyarakat is not voting di tangan dia. Dia seorang ya. Nak melawan berapa puan juta rakyat Malaysia. Kan? Okay, so can we have another example from our friends, maybe our brother Tariq? Do you have any in Yemen?
No, doctor, no idea.
Okay, so anybody? Laila? Dah mana dah pergi ni? Okay, so there are a lot. Okay, there are a lot actually. We can discuss and we can say almost everything when we talk about information system or information technology can cause a bad and goods towards the organization, because of if organization is not implement or adopt the technology, meaning to say that they cannot organization cannot have how to say how to say macam mana kita nak kata challenge challenge among their levels of marketing, okay, especially for the products lah, okay, especially for the product. So all in all, complex relationship influence by organization ni, it is maybe there are new factor that influence, okay, there are new, but this is the not to say all slide, but the current slide, which is the most current sample and easy example for us to discuss. Okay, so this is organization behavior and so on. So that's why I love to discuss instead of to go slide, because of everything that appear in the slide actually we already cater in our discussion. Okay, can we want to look actually, let's say we discuss about, is there any important features in the system when we want to apply, okay, we want to apply and we want to use the system actually. So ada tak yang you maybe you heard from the previous news, or you read article, journals or magazine related to the system? Do you have any to discuss? Ada tak? Ada ni tapi malu ni, ada tak? I want to show you the 5, ada tak Okay, I want to show you the portal competitive force model. Okay, so this is the real things in market just now, because the firms have their competitors. Okay, when you have a new product, okay, you need to enter a new market entrance. Okay, if you have a new product, definitely you as a newbies, you want to sell or you want to introduce a product. Definitely, it is something like you have you have a product, you row your boat, okay, in the middle of the ocean. Okay, you need to think like the firms, okay, many firms and many competitors have the apa nama ni exist in the middle of the ocean. They have a lot of shark, okay, shark, whale, and small fishes and whatsoever, something like that. If we can give a clearance like Samsung company, Sony, and then Panasonic and whatsoever. If you want to venture in the new market product like appliance, so on and so forth, we have a keen company, many things. Okay, many things. Okay, like Toshiba has been by no more Toshiba, and then the new Toshiba is named so-called Skyworth. Okay, Skyworth, because Skyworth apa nama by share from the Toshiba, and then having a new names and so on and so forth. And then new market entrance with the new products, and then you keep having a competition, competition product which is you cannot sell. Okay, when you want to compete, you cannot sell orang kata apa, high price of your product. Okay, you need to sell the same level of the price. Okay, instead of you increase your high level of price your product, and then after that you need to think about your substitute product. Okay, you must have your substitute product. Okay, what kind of substitute product? You need to know about the business model canvas. Okay, when you apply business model canvas, you need to have, instead of you sell a burger, you do a construction company. So if your construction company fail, so what are the substitute product or substitute company that you want to develop, you want to sign in, and so on and so forth. So substitute product you must have. Okay, how you want to have the substitute product? By you have the innovation things. Okay, the apa nama entrepreneurship and innovation, you cannot apa nama ni split the innovation from the entrepreneurship. Or if you want to have your market, you have a lot of product, definitely the product must go through the innovation. In term, what actually, when we talk about the innovation in terms of taste, innovation in terms of packaging, innovation in terms of color, and so on and so forth. So it is based on the demand. Okay, it is based on the demand, and also the customer. Okay, based on the demand, actually, based on the demand. We have a lot of customer. We have a lot of demographic customer, which is from the youngest up to the oldest. Okay, what actually the product that cater every each of level of demographic. Okay, we need to know, and then our product must have the innovation. Okay, must have the innovation. If your product doesn't have any innovation, so meaning to say that your product is going to kill. Okay, itu sahaja. So for example, now you are using headphone. Okay, instead of headphone, previously headphone have a wired. Okay, now second generation of innovation of headphone is the earphone. Okay, also with a wired, because of some people like it is annoying when you have this kind of headphone instead of earphone, and then earphone is very small headphone from the large headphone, and now it's a very small headphone. Okay, and then going to the third generation of headphone and earphone is Bluetooth. Okay, Bluetooth technology. Okay, the Bluetooth technology is to fulfill the customer need, which is this phone with the wired is kind of difficult to move. Sometimes it is loose from the unplugged from the device. Now, having the Bluetooth or e-wired and whatsoever they call, so you can move your phone. Okay, you can put your phone, which is certain distance, and then you can talk. Okay, without having your phone in your hand. Okay, this is the technology. This is the information system. Okay, information system, information technology and information system is blend together. Okay, and yet you can pick and then put your phone in your pocket. Okay, and also you just tap using your earphone or whatsoever Bluetooth that you call. So it is much easier. And then the security of the product. Okay, this is we talking about the innovation. When the certain distance out of the coverage, so your earphone or your watch, okay, phone watch and whatsoever you call, can give you a certain alert which is vibrate and so on and so forth. Okay, which is, oh, I already lose my phone, something like that. So when you use the watch, phone like macam iPhone watch and whatsoever watch just now integrated and Bluetooth and Wi-Fi with your phone, so it cause vibration, vibration to the watch, so that you know that you are forgotten your phone. Okay, as simple as that. So this is the technology comes to help us actually. So there is no people rejected the technology. So like Tuan Afifi saying that the gap actually is the matters. Okay, so either or they want to follow the technology, or they just ignore the technology, or they use the technology in their era only, but not comply or merge with the current technology. Tak boleh. Okay, we are going now to the 5Gs. Definitely all the phones, okay, all the phones, all the iOS and Android also now updating their system towards complement of the 5Gs. Okay, for the rest of 3Gs, definitely is totally dead. Okay, 3Gs, 4Gs. If 3Gs totally dead, 3Gs, 4Gs is still alive because of the 4Gs. For the phone of the 4Gs and 5Gs, still alive, but towards at the end, so they are going to the 5Gs. Okay, they are going to the 5Gs. So like it or not, so we need to change. Our phone is based on the needs, is not based on our kita menukar telefon tu based on kita punya keperluan lah, instead of our needs. But needs itself, actually we need to see whether the needs come first or something like keperluan comes first. Okay, that's the thing. So and also supplier. Okay, supplier also become one of the I mean, just now we try to avoid supplier, but previously supplier comes into the model. So like how to say, you sell your fish or whatsoever, and then some of the product need supplier, still need supplier, and some of the product do not need or avoid the supplier. But it is based on the capability of the company. If the company itself actually having a product, okay, doing a product, develop a product, and then straightly have their own logistic and then send to the market, big market and whatsoever, so there is no, I mean, supplier to the market. Okay, something like that lah. So in all, so this is one of the famous question that been asked in the final exam lah. Okay, all right. So do you have any question or something you want to ask me?
Yes, I have one question, Doctor.
Yeah.
I came across this from Business Insider. There's a billionaire, crypto billionaire buys an art lukisan dekat virtually for 70 million worth of cryptocurrency. So do you believe in cryptocurrency that's going to be implemented for 10 or 20 years after?
Okay. This is based on the thank you for the question. This is based on the community or society actually. So just now people are not I mean understand about crypto and whatsoever. Instead of me myself also is not believe about apa nama referring to the crypto ni crypto money. So that's the thing. People when people too advanced, too advanced in technology, they are creating something to give to give some belief. Okay, some belief to
Yeah,
the
it's very
society.
hard to create faith
Yeah,
on the system.
yes, definitely. But believe it or not, so maybe it will be dream becoming true. Okay, become true. But we still believe in Islam, which is trading goals and whatsoever. That's why, like previously in the first class, I told you that there are some people try to guide us um, to fall into their pit. Okay, fall into their pit. Like we in the third country and the fourth country, we actually always fall into their pit. Okay,
Yeah,
that's
we are just the followers for them.
yeah, followers definitely. Sebab like previously people try to buy dinar in Malaysia. They try to buy a gold, for example, because there are a lot of scam, there are a lot of discussion, like Tuan Afifi love to read some market, stock market and whatsoever. This kind of person try to play around. Okay, try to play around. Just now in Malaysia, they avoid to have some kind of how to say forex, but there's still minority of people still trading oil, trading so on and so forth. Kan? So we cannot avoid because of this the information system and the technology of the system actually do not have a barriers. Even though they try to stop this channel, they are using another channel for the rest of the people to divert instead of to use the current channel. There are a lot of things actually. So that's why lah. I don't know. This is kind of belief that I think that we receive a propaganda like, okay, now this year we have a COVID-19 issues, and then suddenly people now are locking using a plastic money instead of a real money. So next 5 years there is no physical money instead of plastic money and do transaction like EE and so on and so forth. And then after 2 years, 5 years, they try to, sometimes when we talk about logic, there is a logic in the structured pit, okay, structured chain. Memang very logic, but it is creating some panic to the community, and then some create afraid, ketakutan, especially panic to the society. Like when the first we hit by pandemic COVID-19, so they try to spread like zombie in Train to Busan zombie, like people dead and then alive back, something like that. So this is, I don't know what actually happened in the real world just now. And then previously we watching about the Terminator, which is technology lead people, and technology can evolve. This is the thing, like people, intelligent people embark the intelligent robot, okay, artificial intelligent robot, think similar like people, but it is again Islam, again religious actually. There is one God, okay, there is one Allah, there is one God, there is one Allah, there is no, they have many God, but there is one Allah. That's the thing. So people keep, okay, do some propaganda things and so on and so forth to make people afraid, panic, and think something like crazy. And then maybe the crypto money can save the current money and so on. So I don't know what actually our belief. And then believe it or not, our society just now, they are no more belief to their leaders. Kan? You I don't know. I just want to I mean respond from you. Is it we just now obey our leader? I don't think so. We are not following our leader. We lead by yourself. We lead by ourselves, because if we think that it is good, yes, we follow. If things that is not good, then okay, I think that this is not good, but it is good for me, then I follow. Isn't it? Ada ke macam tu? Guys, what do you think? Because now, believe it or not, our leadership is showing in a quality. Okay, it is not a good quality, but in a quality, in a low cost, low apa nama, ethic of leadership. I don't know. This is my perception. I don't know the rest of you. Maybe in Yemen they are so fanatic to their leadership. Kan? Like Iraqian people, okay, they are very apa nama ni salute for the Saddam Hussein. Okay, the rest of the country, but we in Malaysia, I don't know, because we are loyal to our Sultan. Okay, we are loyal to our Royal Highness. But then when it comes to the Prime Minister and so forth, okay, so there is no, I don't think we I don't know, because through my observation, actually there is no, I mean, respect, no more respect towards our leaders. I don't know. Sama ada you orang kuat parti ataupun tak kuat parti, I don't know. But the main leadership is not a charismatic leadership. Open to the floor. Tak tahu
I
juga.
think people these days are more to apa, champion in their own field lah. Dia tak kenal orang. So dia suka bagi komen yang bukan-bukan. Dia lah semua yang betul. Lepas tu kalau terciduk, kena tangkap ke apa semua, barulah dia tahu who is the leader apa semua lah. That's the norm of these people these days lah. Dia lack of knowledge, tapi dia tak nak belajar.
Yeah. But sometimes perjuangan yang diutarakan tu is backdated punya perjuangan lah. It is not good for our young generation to know the current things happen in other country. Okay, what actually the driven of the nation. So from 2020 now we change into 2030. this is make you know a kind of chaos, which is showing that this is not a good leadership of maybe of Malaysia, maybe of Singapore, and so on and so forth. Okay. I want to ask our law enforcement and police. So police pun, I think they're having the headaches because there are so much, you know, law enforcement that sometimes change and sometimes I don't know. So Inspector Adila, can you respond to us?
PDRM ni kita tak menyokong mana-mana pihak, Doktor.
Yeah,
Tapi
I know you are not sokong mana-mana pihak, but actually what is your stand? Because you say that you are not menyokong mana-mana pihak, but then you are covering another pihak.
Tetapi
Marah.
marah ni. Debat
Tuan Habibi, betul kan? Tuan Habibi.
Tetapi bila melibatkan politik, bila diargue benda-benda yang yelah, benda sensitif ni, kadang-kadang PDRM ni saya tengok dia akan menyebelahi jugalah. Terpaksa. Demi menjaga kita punya rakyat dan keamanan lah, Doktor.
Betul lah.
Tak boleh nak cakap lebih lah. No comment.
I don't know what is the stand of police enforcement just now. So there are a lot of, you know, mistake. I mean mistake that been happen actually. People now in Malaysia, they are know their rights and so on, but not like old time dulu lah. Okay, but then it's okay as long as we have police, we have the APM, we have rela, we have kesihatan, bomba dan sebagainya to guard our nation, tentera dan sebagainya. Is good lah, is good actually. So diorang pun hidup nak luah mati mak, tak luah hati bapak, macam tu lah diorang, kan. So okay, even though we are talking about the politics, even though we are talking about the scenario, so on and so forth, it is actually in fact sebenarnya, okay, in fact actually the current operation of our business, our management, and so on and so forth, because of when we have a lot of you know, wave or a lot of a trigger and lot of invader comes into our situation, so it can cause almost chaos, havoc, and so on and so forth. Okay, jadi itu yang sebenarnya this is the things that we as a manager, we need to calm down and then try to think positively how the system can help us to solve the problems. And then sometimes, and when we have a good problem, a good system, there are things like law enforcement coming and disturbing our system pun ada juga. Okay, so there are a lot of things actually happens and keep, you know, disturb our processing, our transaction, and so on and so forth. Okay, so I think this is all for today. I'm so sorry because of I cannot I'm not orang kata totally recovered my fever, my cough, and so on and so forth, because I'm still this is my first week. I have to have another 1 week to recover my you know, I'm not feel very well actually. So in all, within 1 hour's discussion, I think that the rest of the slide you can read by yourself actually. Okay, so a lot of things we discussed about the factor that influence the use of the information system, okay, in organization. So I think that's all for today. Okay, so I'm so sorry about that. Okay, because I'm not feeling very well, so take care yourself also. Okay, So try to avoid to get the contact B or contact C, because I actually baru release daripada contact C sebenarnya, because my friend is contact B. Just now his son actually detect as a positive active but positive COVID-19 infection. So this is some kind of the power of the virus is less, but it is something like, you know, bound from another person to another person. So we do not know whether when we say that we are very healthy, but actually we are carrier. Okay, so please follow the SOP that has been announced by the Ministry of Health and also the MKN. So all right, thank you very much for today, and then thank you very much. But do not forget next week. Okay, next week you have a talk. Okay, from lecture from University of Wasa Finland. Okay, I will remind you again next week. So thank you very much. Okay, alright. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you, Dr.
Terima kasih banyak, Doktor.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Tuan Afifi.
Ya, saya.
Tuan Afifi, untuk makluman